Okay, I'm here at Gain Strength and Conditioning with Justin Miner, and he has an awesome gym up in Portsmouth, and we've worked together for a couple of years now with patients. I'm always on the lookout for people that know what they're doing and have a great place, because physical therapy can only guide people so far, and symptom management, but then it's like that lifelong development of something else, something that you like, and the repetition is really necessary. So Justin does a really great job working with a specific group, which he'll go into, but it's a customized program, and it really takes down a lot of the barriers that I see a lot of people have with strength training. So Justin, tell me about kind of what your gym is, who you target, who you work with.
Yep. So we're a strength and conditioning gym, which means we use a lot of free weights and barbells and kettlebells,
like
and
all this,
dumbbells,
all this
and
stuff up
all
here.
this stuff
the
in the
hanging
background.
stuff, the weights, not 2-pound weights. We're not doing bicep curls here.
Which means there's no machines, which can surprise people sometimes when they walk in. They're maybe used to like a traditional Planet Fitness type of gym with the cable stacked machines and stuff. And so there's no machines, and we work mostly with people over 50, usually people that are dealing with some type of injury, whether it's a chronic, lifelong thing, or they're recovering from something. And the way that we're able to do that is by individualizing the program. So there are no group classes here, so there's not a big group class of 15, 20, 30 people at once, but instead we'll have 8 to 10 people working out, 2 or 3 coaches on the floor, facilitating a workout for each person that's designed for them.
And it's already been designed.
Yep.
Like there's already a customization to it, and then you come into a group.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So when we start, we do a movement assessment, see how they work, talk with people.
And the initial session is really it's private, right?
Yep.
It's
private, one-on-one.
There's nobody here right now, so that's when you would come in. You would talk to the trainers. You have that time. It's a really good bridge because they are really specific about what your desires, your goals are, what you're working through. Mm-hmm. Oftentimes we'll connect with what's been successful in physical therapy or what specifically is happening. But I think it's such a great niche because I think the individualization is really missing in a lot of the gyms and fitness industry.
And it's unique, and it's a weird thing for people to grasp sometimes, because they're kind of like, okay, well, if it's not group training, it's personal training. It's like, well, actually, it kind of falls somewhere in between there.
Yeah.
It's personal training, but you're in more of a group setting to have that fun gym atmosphere. Because at the same time, like you're saying, we want this to be a long-term thing. We want people to find something they can commit to. So we try to have that group atmosphere in here. There's some energy. You get to see what other people are doing.
A little music.
A little bit of music. But instead of comparing yourself to the other person and competing against them, we want you to be inspired by them. So they're doing their own thing. They're doing different exercises.
Yeah, I like that.
And you get to be like, wow, that's pretty cool what they're doing over there. Maybe I can do that someday. Or I remember when I first started out, and then somebody would go over, hey, I know this is overwhelming right now, but it gets easier. And so it's really cool that there's this kind of team feel, even though everybody's doing their own thing.
I mean, it's human behavior. I mean, I think we all really desire that community. Without, sometimes I'll go and it's like, I want to work out and it's nice to see people, but I also don't want to have 10 conversations with the whole town, because now I don't think I've even worked out. So somewhere in between.
That's the hard part of being in the fitness industry, the healthcare industry, is that your self gets kind of...
I know. But the structure, then that's a good point, because the structure is really important. Because let's be honest, are we all pushing ourselves in our own home gyms? There's a couple people, but for the most part, I know I'm not like that. I need somebody. I need a support. I need a structure. And I think most people that I work with are the same way.
Yeah.
So what's the structure of how often you come, when your classes are timed?
Yep. So we try to be as flexible as possible, meaning, I found there's a few barriers for people that are very common. One of them is like scheduling. Like, well, I hate having to come to the gym at the same time every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So we allow people to make their own schedules, book it 30 minutes in advance, and we start the sessions every 30 minutes for most of the day.
Oh,
So
that's
we
nice.
we have a chunk in the morning, 6 to 10 a.m. We do middle of the day, and then like 4 to 7 p.m. So the workouts are an hour, but the way to kind of keep everything flowing and coming in is we have an hour session starting every 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And so that, once again, just kind of
That's
keeps
kind of an evolution that's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's, and we used to do you have to book 24 hours in advance.
Yeah.
And about a year ago, we changed that to 30 minutes before, because it was like people weren't coming because of the scheduling thing.
I know that's how I am. I'm like, I feel like I need to move my body, and I have an hour. Where can I go right now?
So like I never wanted we have to have the schedule. We need to be prepared for the person. So it's like, how can we make this work, but not making the schedule this like barrier to entry? So it's like 30 minutes before. Just let us know you're coming.
Yeah,
you use an app, so you get to sign up, and that way we're prepared. We have your workout program ready to go. We always have two coaches on the floor.
So these are huge barriers, right? Make it easy.
Yeah.
Make it personalized.
Yeah.
And I know that, we were having a conversation before about some of the medical aspects. I know a lot of women, osteoporosis is a major concern. And, we were kind of joking that doesn't really mean just like adding weights. I mean, it's a good start, it's fine. But like strength training is not something to be afraid of.
For sure.
Being strong as you age is such an essential aspect.
Yeah.
And not just when, you're 80. I'm talking like aging. Like, I'm going to go with 35 plus here. It starts to go downhill and you'll notice it.
Yeah.
But becoming stronger and being able to get up easy and do the same things that you always have and stay active well with good amounts of energy.
Yeah.
It takes strength.
Yeah, and we tell people a lot, like, being strong means you're capable. Pick up your grandkid, mulch your own yard, shovel the snow. All these little everyday tasks that can maybe be difficult to do if you're not used to doing any sort of heavy lifting or strength training or even, cardio kind of conditioning work.
It's where we get a lot of patience. When it's like, I had the grandkids for a week. I now have fill in the blank.
There are 2 times a year that people notice notice how much fitness they've built, and that is the first snowstorm of the year. We get people to come in and be like, I can't believe I shoveled my driveway and my back didn't hurt this year. And then the other time is in May when people go to mulch their garden. And they're like, I was walking around with a wheelbarrow, no problem.
That's when we get calls
and it's
as
those
well.
like little tasks that you don't think anything of. You only do them a couple times a year, but then it becomes like after a few years of it being difficult, you start to dread it. And learning that you're still capable to do those things, or to pick up a 2-year-old grandson off the ground, and having strength is a key part of that. And not just strength.
The cool parents and grandparents.
Yeah, you want to be the cool parent. But also being aware of your body, knowing different positions you can get into, maybe learning how to become a better mover, we say, or have more skill in your movement. Of knowing like, okay, well, I know that this is the right way to pick up a grandkid, or this is the right way to shovel snow. Yeah. And these exercises in the gym can teach you how to do that.
And what I love about that, I mean, when you're in your 20s, unfortunately, our culture, exercise is really, the motivation behind it, unfortunately, is vanity a lot of times. It's just looking good, and the purpose is different. When you get a little older, you just want to feel good and be strong and be active. And it really is actually quite a bit more motivational, but it comes from a place of wanting to be healthy and well, instead of just having a six-pack.
And we talk to people about that, a lot of that, like that's that real like intrinsic motivation, like you're doing this for yourself.
Yes.
Not
which is how it should be.
Which is how it should be. Not because you think that you should have abs. Yeah. Which has really become this weird thing. Yeah. And, I think it's shifting, and people are realizing it.
Slowly.
It's slowly shifting, but it's because, people are realizing that of like, I want to age well. I want to be able to keep having fun and doing things. And the time in the gym is an opportunity to work on that.
Yeah, and feel capable. And once you tie that, this doesn't become as much of a chore. It feels good. It's connected to who you really want to be and that feeling of healthy wellness.
Sure.
So it's interesting how your mind will shift, that exercise and activity will become something that you really desire and need, and not are doing because you should. And it's a huge mindset shift that I think is really fundamental in making it happen.
For sure.
So I think that this gym is phenomenal because of all of those reasons we just stated. I think if you want to strength train and you're looking for a place with people that know what they're talking about and the right community, I'm a big fan of Gain Strength and Conditioning.
Thank you.
Not fitness. I keep screwing up the name. So check out Justin. Where should they go? How do they do it?
Website is gainsc.com, and we're most active on Instagram, which is gain_sc.
All right. So Instagram, and set up an appointment, and I think you'll be strong. Thank you. Thanks so much for watching that video. Please hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more of those videos and keep learning on how to read your body.